Emma's taking it in stride too.
Okay. So the blue piece with the drawings on it, that is full size. So that's exactly what yours should look like. So we took the blueprint, put it on this blue note card or cardstock, full size. So that space right there should be about the space you have on yours. And this space right here should be about the space that you have between the fins and the air scoop. If your space doesn't look the same, then you need to see me in a breakout room because you're going to be off a little bit. Then we said you're going to cut it out. So what I did was I cut on the solid line so that I have my body, 4 by 11. I cut my fins, and then I cut them in half right down that half-inch line. So now I have my 2 fins. And then I cut my air scoop, making sure that I cut on the angle and on the angle. Once you have all the pieces cut, then we need to fold. Now, the easiest way to fold this paper nice and tightly is to have a paper clip or something, maybe the tip of a pair of scissors. And you're going to do what's called scoring first. So the fins don't need to be folded. So I'm going to take my fins and I'm going to put them on the side. My air scoop needs to be folded on this dotted line and on this dotted line. I don't want to try to just fold it. If I try to fold it without scratching it first, and that's called scoring, it's not going to be a nice 90-degree fold. That's why I have the tip of a paper clip, and I'm going to hold it just like this, like a pen or pencil. I'm going to put my finger right on the top of the paper clip. I'm just going to have a little bit sticking out. And then what I do is I'm going to take my ruler, and I am going to put my ruler, see if I can get a close up here. I'm going to put my ruler right on this dotted line. Stop bouncing back and forth. And then I'm going to take my paper clip and I'm going to put it right up against my ruler and I'm going to scratch. I got to move this back up out of the way so you can see better. So I take my paper clip. I'm going to put it right on the dotted line against my ruler. I'm going to push down hard and I'm going to scratch once. Scratch twice. I'm going to come over to here. I'm going to put my ruler right on my dotted line and hold it down tight. I'm going to take the very tip of my paper clip and I'm going to put it against my ruler and I'm going to scratch and I'm going to scratch. It's going to make an awful sound and it's going to leave you all scratched up. But what happens is once you scratch it, that's how easy it is to fold. And you get a nice, sharp, 90-degree fold. I scratch this dotted line with the tip of my paper clip. And when I bend it bends over nice and easily, just like that. If you have only scissors, then when I come up here, I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to go all the way down this dotted line and solid line. I can take my scissors, scratch, scratch, and then when I go to fold that, you're going to get a nice, sharp 90-degree fold. You lift this up, straighten that out a little bit, and you can see I'm going to get a nice, clean, sharp 90-degree fold. Then I'm going to do the same to the other side, whether you use the tip of scissors or the end of a paper clip, the cap of a pen. All you really got to spread your hands and hold that ruler so it doesn't move. And then it's just scratch, scratch, and then that should fold nice and easily. Now, right here, the line was solid for the first 3 inches. And that line was solid for the first 3 inches. Remember what the direction said. You cut on the solid line. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut until I hit that 3-inch dotted line. Then I stop. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to cut on my solid line just 3 inches in. and then I stop. Now I've got a dotted line right here, so I need to scratch and fold that. So I take my ruler, I put it on my folded line, I take my paper clip, and I scratch, and I scratch, and that's going to allow me to fold this. All right. And you can leave that piece out of the way. That's going to eventually be the back part. Now, once that's folded, I want to put the fins on. Now, you got to be careful. The folds face down. Okay, so this is the top of your vehicle. So my fin, you've got this little part. So again, I've got this flap. I'm just going to fold it up and out of the way. I need to put a fin right here. So this area right here is going to have a fin on it. I'm going to line up this back corner and the bottom of the fin with that back corner and the bottom of my air skimmer. Okay. Now, if you have a glue stick like this, easiest thing to do would be to put a little bit of glue, use your finger underneath it so you don't bend it too much, a little bit of glue like that, then take your fin and line up the back corner. So I line up that back corner, I line up the bottom, I'm just going to press it a little bit. All right, so now you can see this is the bottom part, and my fin, the angled part, is facing forward. All right, so the fold is the bottom of your vehicle. This piece just gets hooked on that little piece that sticks out, and the glue stick just helps it stick a little bit. Now, if you don't have a glue stick, you can also use some tape. So now I'm going to take a piece of tape, and I'm going to put it half on and half off in the back. So it's half on my fin, half off my fin, and then I'm going to tuck it underneath so that that holds, and then I'm going to come up front. See how this part sticks out right here? We do not want that sticking out, because when your air scoop skimmer goes flying down the track, that's going to cause drag. So I want a piece of tape in my back to hold the fin, but then I also want a piece of tape right here on the front, right there, to keep that from sticking up. So I'm going to put my tape half on and half off right in the front and fold it over. So now that is nice and sharp. There's no air going to get caught there. Okay, so same thing. I come to my other one. Right? Again, I don't care what you do with this little angled piece. Just get it out of the way. And this is where I want my fin. Right on this little piece, right on this piece that sticks out. So I take my second fin and I make sure that the angled part is facing forward, because we want it to be aerodynamic. So my skimmer is going to go like this. So I want to make sure that that slanted part is facing forward. So I make sure I got it the right way. If you have a glue stick, I'm going to take my glue stick. I'm just going to run some glue stick on there. I'm going to tape it anyways, but I want to put a little bit of glue stick. And then again, I take the back corner and I put it right against there. So I line up the bottom and I line up the back corner. And then I'm going to use 2 pieces of tape. I'll take a little piece of tape, and on the back, I put it so that it's half on and half off. And I fold it over. And then this part right here. Okay, I don't want to catch air, so I take a little piece of tape, and I'm going to put it so that it keeps the air, again, half on, half off, blocking the air, that airflow, and then I fold it under. And that's going to have your fins will now be attached to the vehicle. All right. This piece is eventually going to be connected to this bottom corner. So that's what that's going to look like eventually. These fins are going to be attached, but I don't want to go over that today. Okay. So you're going to cut it out. Then you're going to scratch a couple times and then fold all the dotted lines. Make sure you cut this little slit from here to the 3-inch. and then scratch and fold that. And then you're going to attach the fins just to these little back pieces, either with tape or a glue stick and tape. And that should be good enough for today. I'll post that online. And then if you need to watch it, you can watch it. If you need to ask questions, you can ask questions.